Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz and this is WELDERFABBER. And here's some material that's just come in from Genesis Steel. That is 400 Brunel material for the S190 hopper that you can see on the trailer over there. So we're going to reline this hopper all the way around it and patch up the damaged areas where last time we cut the sides completely off. You see that there? We're basically going to cut a square out of that, patch it up and then put a new skin on the inside. As you can see, somebody has bolted some mild steel plates in it. We will repair all this damaged end. That should be nice and square and straight, as it's got a big bend in it at the moment. So that will be the next job running into the workshop, as the little crusher for Williams & Williams is now finished and ready for collection. Although we are going to go back down to Wales at some point and change this at the opposite side. That is like a little vibrating mount, the weight inside that spins around to make that feeder shake. So hopefully these guys will come and collect this within this chapter, or maybe the next one, depending on their transport. And I do want to go and visit New Rig down in Wales. We have got a date to go and fit the next wash ramp. So the wash ramp that we built a while ago, the Scania at Telford, for Luke Malloy. These are the parts for it: the walkway, flooring and the handrail standards, stringers for the stairs and the steps for the stairs. The installation date for that is the 4th of August, so a few weeks time. So we need to get that fitted and boxed off, as it is mostly paid for. There's only a small amount owing on that. Very, very busy at the moment, but I've just got a meeting to go into, so I'll come back to you very shortly. Looks a big lump on there, that, doesn't it? Pretty sure it's only 2.5 ton, that. Pretty sure. What do you reckon, Rick? How much do you reckon that weighs?
Can't see it being more than 3 ton, that man.
No more than 3? I'm pretty sure it's 2.5 ton. Could be wrong. Better make a phone call before I take it, just to be safe. So I just had a good meeting then about some more future work. But we'll get this back over to Howard's if the weight's alright for the Defender to pull. Only 2.5 ton. Easy work that for the Defender then. Are you going to paint it dimmer out, lad? That's a beast of a forklift. Anyway, that's back up at Howard's now. Nice and easy, a little bit of hard facing there just to get our Dean into the welding side of it. Let's see what his welding will like. No problem at all. Fabrication is the one. Needs to learn how to fabricate now, but we will teach him as we go along. All the little whispers come back off site. The little generator for the little warriors then. And we're in desperate need of a press brake really, but there's not much room in this workshop for a press. So these are going to be some lifting eyes. They're going to be welded to a forklift today. So we're going to bend it at 45 and then bend it at 45 again. And you'll see why later on, because we're going to put a shackle in it to keep it away from the chassis. And there's our new lad, Dean. The Friday Frank. Both boxes. Alright, keep it on, Dean. Keep the heat on it till it's bent down fully. Yeah. The redder it is, the easier it will bend. So keep it completely red at all times. Yeah, till you got it at 45. Cal's just making some little fork extensions. The Howard Stott's big forklift that he's got. Drill these, put a pin through them, that'll stop them coming off the fork. Always put the hole in the top corner. Heavy duty, big, going onto some big forks. They're 2.3 metres long. And we just started to strip the hopper off the S190. Take all these plates out. And the radio's on in the background, but try and get away with this one. And replace this angle here.
Right, so me and Frank have just come back to this
Crusher number 2.
crusher number 2 for our Frank. Similar job as last time, but I'll just quickly show you what we've done this morning. So we've replaced them bolts because the ones that came out were like a threaded bar with the square head on the inside. As you can see there, the square heads, that one and that one. The square heads were actually welded onto the threaded bar, which in my eyes is a no-no, as the weld breaks or snaps and wears down, which created the wedge on top of the jaw to come loose. So we've just run the machine up, we dug them up first, then we just run it up again and put a little more on them, haven't we, Frank?
If anyone's got one, we're absolutely class at fixing them now. So.
But yeah, the guys here are happy, we're happy. We're going to nip back to Hertz and fit them Volvo bits back, aren't we?
Yeah, all sorts.
So we're going to crack on, get back to the next job.
Friday Frank out.
So George has just turned up from JPB Utilities Limited. How you doing, pal?
Alright, you. Nice to meet you.
Good to you. Right, let's have a look at this and explain to me and our viewers what this actually is.
So this is a few different segments off the power arm on one of our vacuum excavators. It's got a few cracks in different parts of the frame, and some pins and bushes are worn like, so yeah, we're after getting it repaired. So like on the top of the king post here, it's pitted, slightly worn. Similar scenario on the bottom end, so we're after either having a sleeve made or a new section put in.
Is that the bush for it?
Yeah, this is the bush then, what goes on top.
Right, so we need to know what OD that really wants to be and the ID of the bush once that's locked on. You know something, it might go again that, you know.
Yeah, clean up.
Might go again cleaned up.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll get it cleaned up and see. But is there a lot of cracks within this?
There is, yeah, so like, especially in the top section in the boom, where the bosses are for the rams, like you can see down at the bottom here, it's cracked. It has been welded before by us on the top side, but it's got a few cracks on the inside as well.
So do you want it all rebushing?
Yeah, we've got several different bits on it what want rebushing, and several, obviously a lot of cracks in it.
If there's anything worn down, do you want it cutting out and remachining?
Yeah, so if any pins are worn down as well, like, you know, take the pin out, remachine it, so that we can put a new bush on that pin then.
Right.
And,
that'll be a little job for Arbin Cal, won't it? If it needs to be done. So explain what this actually does. So it's a vacuum on
it's a
back of a
vacuum
truck.
excavator. So it's we'll put some pictures up, like, yeah. So basically, it's just a great big hoover, and what it does is, like, the lads will initially either break the tarmac or the concrete out, whatever ground's on the top, and then once you've got that base layer away, then it just sucks the earth out basically, and it saves them using an excavator. So it's just safe excavation. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the ground. Now you mention it,
I have heard of them, Cal. Have you? You've seen them? I've seen somebody mentioned these to me at Hertz, you know. Yeah, you mentioned them at Hertz plant, didn't they? Remember when they were doing groundworks for O'Grady's? Yeah.
Sort of one of them things where you don't really see many, or you don't notice them, and then once you see one, they are everywhere. There's loads of them about now. Like, yeah.
So it's a good bit of kit, a bit of expensive kit, is it?
Yeah, expensive. Yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure, but they're getting on for £500,000. Like, yeah, they're up there, like with the VAT. Yeah. So I think we've got 4 of them, four or 5 of them now. Like, and they're out every single day. Like, they don't stop.
Flat out.
Yeah, they're flat out.
It just sucks it in.
Sucks it in. You can get about.
What do you grab out at back at truck, or can you tip?
Tips.
It tips.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it tips. So them obviously they might do 1 or 2 load a day. I think they do 2 load a day sometimes. Then let's say it all depends on the ground. If it's difficult, obviously it slows the job down. But yeah, it takes about 10 ton on. And they'll tip it and then grab goes and picks it up.
So it'll suck 10 ton.
Yeah, suck 10 ton.
That's quite impressive. So this is one of them jobs where you've seen it on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this just turned up in the yard. You'll have seen it a few chapters back. And this is George, and he's basically come down to explain to us exactly what it does and exactly what it needs and how far into it we want to go. So obviously we want to try and save them as much money as possible. If some pins will go again, we'll let them go again. If they're too far gone, then we'll replace them. So you want zero movement really in that arm, don't you, when it's up and over.
There's a lot of weight obviously on, it's all on that king post, so yeah.
That king post?
Yes, yeah.
Right, that's your king post. That's the main bit, is it?
That's the main part, yeah. There's 2 saddles on back at wagon, obviously that goes in between them. And then you build your arm from there on that bottom piece, that's the boom section, the top piece. That's the centre section. And then there may be another couple of bits we might have to have a look at when I get back. I just, we sent these up knowing these were bad ones.
Well, this is something else that we're getting involved in that we've never done before, but obviously, we can do anything to do with welding and fabricating and machining. Yeah, we know everybody in the game. If we need anything machining on this, it'll just go to Arvin's. All we'll do is cut it off or take it down. That might be able to go on a horizontal borer if that's too far gone for a bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sit this on the horizontal borer, bore it out. We could even sleeve it with a steel sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then put your bronze bush inside the steel sleeve. That'll save you line boring welding it.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is one option. Weld all these cracks up, wherever there's cracks, and replace every bush within every section of it. It's not a bad little job. But again, now George is here and we've gone through it, we can kind of book this in, Cal. Do you know what I mean? And get it done. How quick do you need it back?
We're all right, to be fair. We're not in a mega rush with it. I say that.
But if you need it, you need to tell me you need it. Yeah. So, but we can fit it in, Cal. When we've got a bit of spare time. I don't know when that'll be, but when we've got a bit of spare time, we can fit it in.
Another 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, another 6 weeks. We are actually on a 6-week lead time at the moment.
Right.
But we can fit it in gaps. Crusher's done. It's ready to go back down to Williams and Williams. So I'm just waiting for transport to take that away, and we're going to get the containers moved. These 3 containers that will give us a lot more room within our yard. You want to have a look round?
Yeah, we'll have a look round, yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look round. So George has just gone. Always nice to meet new customers, and he's explained it into more detail what we need to do with that now. And there we've got 2 pallets of wire, 1 mil, 1.2. People wondering what quarantine area is. That should be for anything that's like grinders that aren't working and stuff, so that still needs to be sorted out. That goods in. Plasma's running well whilst it's out and it's clean. Proper bit of kit. Sector. So the boys are on with this hopper now for the S190. We just took the skin out. Get it all cleaned up, ground up, put a hole in that. Plate that up before we reskin the top of it. So we've got some 450 material outside that's going to reskinned over here. Are they ready, Frank? They're ready, Em? Yeah? One sec. So we just bent these ourselves with heat. You believe you have to bend them? Couldn't find anybody local to bend them for me. 20 mil. I'd have had to go to Manchester to get them bent, so I just thought we'd use a bit of heat on the bench and bend them both ways. So now Callum can go out and weld them onto a forklift for Nick the crane. Now then, he has a workshop in Miller's Yard, so I'll get Callum to take a camera with him. You got a camera? Yeah, sound. Take a camera with him to weld them up. Fork extensions have just been built and ready for Howard stock. Get Frank to give them a lick of paint. As you can see, we welded a flat bar all the way down the inside of that C-section just to give it more strength. And that's the plate that goes underneath the fork, obviously, to stop it from bending over if you had a lot of weight at that end. And then some fork extensions you can get where it's pressed on this corner, where it returns back underneath the fork and back underneath the fork there. Or use a thick wall piece of hollow section if you can get a piece of hollow section the same dimensions on the inside as the forks that you're actually going over. So we're using the extraction units just to keep the dust down as the wire brushing that up. Look at that. How good that is. I couldn't recommend these enough to anybody. Absolutely brilliant. This one is a self-cleaner. You can see how it's got an air line gone into it. This is the Maxi Fill Clean, and that is the Smart Fill. So that's just a 240, that runs on a 240 cable, doesn't need any airline, you just change the filter. Whereas this one actually cleans itself and has a little tray in here. Pull the tray out just in case it sucks sparks up. They land on a tray, you just pull that tray out, clean it, put it back in. Brilliant bit of kit. And like I said in a few previous chapters, we are going to get some more of them. So let's head over to Callum fitting these on site.
Right, I've just arrived at Nick the Cranes to weld these lifting eyes on his forklift. So we're going to go 50mm in from that bit there, welded on, probably 20mm up so I can get a 3-run pass across the bottom, 3 up the sides, and as many as we can get up on the inside. Will be here, so we can get nice and a few nice runs in there. The front, I think is 190mm from that point to where the front of that's going to sit, and that will slightly be on an angle, exaggerated compared to the back, just so that we don't have to cut the bottom of that off. There is some other bits to do for Nick that he wants pricing up, I think. So we're gonna get these welded on. We'll stick a time lapse up, and we are going to use the flux wire on the dual shield. Bit of strength in that. Quite like running it these days over the standard MIG wire. So we're going to crack on.
So here I am at Nick Chadwick's little workshop. And Carl's using flux there for these lifting eyes. This is this forklift weighs 10 tons. So the reason why I bent the front ones as well, just to keep them all in line when it's chained up, as that one could have been straight. We'll put a crank on it there just to keep it away from the side so we can get a good shackle on it. So we've gone well over the top there with them, as it is being lifted. We're going mild steel to mild steel. That's just a mild steel frame. If we're welding to that, it'd be a different story. And this little unit is where we began. We're working here for a good few weeks for Jack Miller, building the wash ramp in this unit. If you've been watching us for a year, over a year now, you'll know that. And what a good little unit it is too. Bravo, Carl. So just one thing to remember when it comes to welding, 1 inch of good penetrating weld will lift 1 ton if put down correctly. So look how many inches we've got on there. That's a 200mm wide plate by 25mm thick. Way over the top for what it's doing. So really there's only 2.5 ton per corner. So you will only need a small shackle on that really. One of them would pick that forklift up if it was welded in the middle. Obviously, if you could get hold of it properly, that is. But obviously you can't. I'm just saying that as an example. Welding to this kind of stuff, no. But when it comes to welding to steel, you see it's pressed steel, that mild steel, easy enough. Cal doing his thing. Loves using the flux core now, does Cal. Dual shield wire, so he's using gas as well. Little Warrior. Anyone interested in a Warrior? Phil Weeks is your man. And there's his phone number. And we run that off the Shindauer 300 power source. Exhaust up and down through the floor. Anybody interested in one of them, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. In fact, I'll put a link in the description for Shindauer. So I've got a meeting with Jack Miller now about some other work that's needed here. That's why I'm here. So I'll leave Cal to finish this off. So this is why we call him Nick the Crane. That's where we're all from, Lancashire. Preston, England. Beauty. Looks after his tackle, doesn't it? We don't call him Nick Chadwick, we call him Nick the Crane, and he just pulled up in his truck, so let's go on up crack. What are you telling me?
Spot on, man.
Are they bang on?
Perfect. Quality job.
Beautiful. Oh, you wouldn't want to go much closer, would you? So that crank was pretty much about right.
Yeah, keeps away from keeps slings away from the side as well.
Are you happy with that one stepping out the same as the back one?
Yeah, it's perfect, mate, that. Absolutely brilliant, that.
What's that other job that you want me to do?
Jib attachment for forklift.
Jib attachment for that. What, do you want an extendable one?
Extendable, yeah. With slot sections for lifting different weights at each section. But it needs to have its own cage as well, so when we're not using the forks we can just swap it off and then
So you
load
just want it to hook onto that top one really, don't we?
Yeah, onto this carriage plate here at the top, and then we'll have to bolt it at bottom with carriage plates as well, because we do a lot of machinery removal jobs, so it just comes in really handy.
Well, I could get a long piece of that machined basically, and weld it to a thick plate.
Yeah.
That'd go all the way down, and we could have something else machined for the bottom that'd bolt, that'd lock it onto the frame.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Were you happy with that?
Yeah.
And do you want like a box to put all your chains in and stuff and shackles?
Yeah, box mecking, so we can just interchange it dead easy, and then we can store all the gas bottles in and all the skates, Jackson skates as well, so just keep it nice and tidy
Good
when
idea,
we're finished
that.
with it.
We just have to get it tested, all the testing.
Yeah.
Now then, I've seen something in the corner at workshop. Yeah? So, I think we should do a bit of a deal. Are you going to sell that multi-gym?
Well, you've just put it on my toes. I've actually just blown the dust off it, like, so
Well,
I did start using it.
Just let it get dusty again.
Yeah.
Because that's perfect for what I want down at workshop.
It is a good gym. Yeah.
These old multi-gyms are...
They're the best.
yeah, they are.
Proper.
That's a proper multi-gym. Not a copy one, a proper one.
Power sport.
You're too big for that, Nick. There's not enough weight on that for you.
It's just convenience though, isn't it? You know.
So what are we doing a deal? What?
Well, I'm going to have a good think about it, aren't I? Because if I do, you're going to put me to the front seat queue, aren't you?
if that lands in my workshop in a couple of days, you jump up queue.
Better get me...
or a week.
Better get me spanners and ratchets out then, aren't I?
Just pick it up. I put it back away and drop it off.
It's
Done,
a
isn't
one,
it?
yeah.
Job done. Yeah?
I'm thinking. I'm a bit emotionally attached to it.
Yeah? How long have you had it?
I must have had it about 10 years now.
Oh, just time to let it go. You've had it too long. Yeah?
Out with the old in with the new.
Yeah. Yeah, buy a new one.
Yeah. They're just not as good though, mate. They don't make them as good.
Nah, you just got to the gym. Yeah?
No, it's having time, mate.
Right, well, I'll price that up for you, Nick. And you're happy with that, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Brilliant job.
Do you know I couldn't get them bent anyway? We had to bend them with heat.
I believe so. You've done a cracking job there, like. Spot on that.
As long as you're happy, you can put a bit of paint on them, can't you?
Well, it's going in for full paint job, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's all going black and green, same as I have from Crane. So.
You look after your tackle, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll look nice when it's all done.
Yeah, good. All right, pal. Well, you have a think about that and come back to me. All right, mate. Sound.
Right, so I'm back at HML today. I'm going to be here for a few days, and I'm going to be working on this TANA Shark shredder. So what we're going to be doing is, the main job over the next few days is to replace that back plate there, that whole plate, that one there that you can see, it's all damaged all the way across. Yeah, this is a slightly older machine that's had a bit of wear on it, so all these fins here have all actually broke off, and they've welded plates over the top. We haven't done that, it's been done before we worked on this machine. And then if we get a chance, and Wayne at HML can get some new teeth. As you can see, some are loose, some are rebolting, some are missing, some of the holders have snapped. So, and it also wants a wear plate for the actual drum. So I'm going to put a time lapse on and get the air arc fired up. Now I have brought the X5 with me to do the air arc gouging with, as I'm going to be running 10mm rods and I like to run them about 350 amps, whereas my Shindo is only a 300. So we're going to crack on, see how far we can get today. I want to try and have it off by the end of the day, but I'm just not too sure. The first one I've done. But I'll come back to you in a little bit.
That's the extension forks done and painted for Howard. So I'm just going to head up there now, drop them off, as Cal is at HML and he is struggling with the arc air pressure is down. So I'm going to take him the little plasma and a gouging nozzle for the gas, as he is changing the back plate in a shredder. So we can run this little Sabre plasma with its own built-in compressor to do a bit of gouging. So we'll head over to Cal first because he needs that, and then we'll go to Howard Stocks. HML, and then this shredder needs some serious attention. A lot of them holders could do to come off, Cal. Replace the holders and the teeth, but that's not what we're here for today. We're replacing the plate at the back side, putting a 20mm plating all the way across the back end. Now then, is that the compressor you've been using there?
That one and a different one over there. We just tried that one, it's the last resort.
So Cal's got the arc with him, and the compressors that they have here on site aren't keeping up with it. The compressor in Cal's van's not man enough for it. So that's alright, we're definitely going to get a new compressor for your van. Yeah, that's it now. Now you've been on a job and it's not done it, we're definitely going to get a compressor for your van. So he's only got a little compressor in his van at the moment, whereas in blue, we've got a good compressor that keeps up with the arc air, no problem. That's Cal's little compressor. So he bought the Kempi set with him today. This is our beast of a set. X5P Fast MIG. So, if that ain't working, you could try the little Warrior, yeah, or you can try this. So this is a gouging nozzle for the Harris torch. Dead easy, Cal, have you used one before, not?
No, not gas.
Dead easy. Just lean it against your steel, heat it up, and it'll just blow away. It'll just blow that off dead easy, like that. Can you see how it's flat?
Yeah.
Yeah? So just blow it off dead easy. Anything that you're blowing off,
Yeah.
That'll be a good little lesson for you, that. We're using that today. Alright. This is a Harris torch, and Cal works on quick connects, like we do with all our guns now.
It's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, the Harris torch are, I'd say they're the best gun that you can buy anywhere for oxypropane. So have you got somebody giving you a lift here?
Wayne's brother. Have a good time with it.
Is that Wayne's brother, that?
Yeah.
He's giving you a lift.
Yeah. He's been on fire watch this morning.
Fire watch.
Just a bit belt.
Yeah, you got to be careful on shredders. Definitely have a fire watcher and definitely have plenty of fire extinguishers kicking them out.
Well, there is a built-in suppression on the other side.
Is there?
Yeah.
This is the hottest day of the year this year. Typical.
Yeah,
But,
it's not the perfect weather for doing this, is it?
yeah, we've been meaning to do this job for quite a while now. But looking at this now, I mean, it needs a serious amount of work and a serious amount of hard facing.
So there's a plate missing there.
That holder's non-existent.
Plate missing there.
Yeah.
That's been missing for quite a bit. We're just waiting to get older one. Them have actually had the teeth knocked out. They're all right. You can knock out the aluminium and put a new actual tooth on the holder. And then I think it's on the other side. There's about 3 of the actual blocks that need to come off because they've been.
So a lot of aluminium on here. That would have been shredding.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the shred with this. It's just mainly aluminium.
Yeah. TANA shredders, decent shredder. Decent shredder.
Destroyed the bottom screen. There's 2 screens outside that are smashed up as well.
Them rolled ones.
Yeah, there's just another one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could plasma that and get it rolled if they want a new one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, look in a minute.
Yeah. I've seen them before. If it's something that they can, if they want us to look at, they'd be better out of hard docks though.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, some big meshes basically that are rolled. I think what size holes are 100 mil or something?
Yeah.
Hexagons.
Yeah, they're like hexagons.
Yeah, 120 mil hexagons that go in them. Needs to be plasmid and rolled. Had a good inquiry yesterday about some plasmid. 500 plates, 500 30 mil plates, so I've got to price it. So 30 mil, yeah. I think they're about 300 be 900 Hardox. Yeah. So obviously it's that'll be an expensive quote, won't it? So I have to get that right. It's the material more than out. There's other people out there that who are Hardox dealers that can get the material cheaper than me. Unless Hardox are watching and they want me to become a dealer, I have got contacts in Hardox that might happen. We shall see as time goes on. So, Cal, I've got something on this afternoon, yeah?
Yeah.
I have to go and give a good friend of mine some support as he has lost somebody very close to him. So, I think you know what I'm talking about there with that. Alright. The boys are all good at shop. You've got a good lift here, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be right now. I'll be a few days here now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably two, maybe 3 days work. No.
I'd say 3. We're gonna have to stiffen that back plate up. If you come around this side, I'll show you.
Definitely not man enough for okay.
So them stiffeners there, and what stops that from going in? As you can see, they're only like 150 mil square, something like that. There's nothing down there at all.
That's the plate we're replacing that runs all the way along. It's about 220 mil wide, is it?
Yeah.
Something like that. A few notches in it to go around these little plates. And is it fully welded at the top?
No, there's only like inch runs
Is it?
along top, and then underneath them, they're welded to that. But what we're going to do is, we're going to...
Are you thinking of cutting that off and replacing it?
No, I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to cut some more plates, and send it from there to that one, and that end to that end, and stiffen it right up to stop that ball.
Ah, I'm with you. Right, because that's bending.
Yeah, so that'll eliminate...
That should be straight and it's bent.
Yeah,
it's got a big bow in it at the moment.
By doing what we'll do there, we'll eliminate that.
Right, with you. Yeah.
Well, until it all rips it off.
Yeah. Have you come up with that idea?
That was from Matt.
Matt? Right, good idea that. Good idea. Matt's had a few talents, hasn't he?
He's still got a few, yeah.
Has he?
Got a few of his own, yeah.
Right. Matt's our skip man. Deal with our skips, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just been in this morning.
Has he?
Yeah.
Alright, sound. Yeah. Cheers, Matt, for that advice. And he's probably come in and pointed Cal in the right direction there. Yeah?
Yeah, he goes over inside, is it?
Yeah.
Cut through there, you can get the tops off and it should peel itself off.
Right, so just give you a little tip how to do them, because he's done a few before, yeah?
And he said, you don't want to do them again.
Oh, yeah, but
Well, he says they're not great, there's not great access from the top. There's like your drum starts about here. So you're like just below halfway the drum where you're actually working.
Ah, right, yeah, so you got to work around that drum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like a comfy one.
That's probably why it's kept getting put off.
Yeah.
Right, I'll leave you to it. Alright, pal.
Yeah.
Sound. Have you got a little camera set up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So we'll go back to the footage that Cal's on. On my way back, just dropped these off with Howard for his big truck. One King, whatever that is. Beast though, that absolute beast of a thing. Fit nice and bonny. Just got the pin to put in that side. And we've got a bigger plate on the underside there to take the hit if you've got weight on the end of the forks. So they only got right short forks on them. That forks is there, finishes. You know, it's no good for out that. You know, so they're 2.3 metres long now. And when you sat on the truck, you couldn't see the end of the forks. Whereas now if you sit on it, you can see where you're at. You see? That's what you need to be able to see, the end of the forks, especially if you're on it on your own. You've not got another man watching you. And there's the bucket that we put the hanger on with some cat yellow on it. And with a little logo that will out a bit will be painted black. 2-pack, cat yellow, bought from Cat, not mixed. Can you see what I mean when I say everything has to be high end at Howard's? Now I shall go home and get changed and go and give a good pal some support. Just landed at Miller's Recovery, and as in last week's chapter, I think it was, I mentioned that these guys wanted a bridge. So what's happening here is Miller's yard. They want a big bridge to come in here. Well, not a big bridge, but it's going to be 6 metres by 9 metres to go over this little like stream, brook, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be a big truck park all the way around that perimeter. So Foxes are going to do all the civils. They'll put me basically 2 concrete pads in here, concrete pad there and one 9 metres across there. And we'll also put a pedestrian walkway across, either that side or this side, not sure yet. So they've already had some testing done on the ground, so they know how deep the clay is, where the clay is, so we can start concreting up off that to give us the pads. And then I'll have to get it calced to take, I don't know, between 60, probably 60 and 100 tonnes. So rough guess in my head from experience, 9 metre span, I'd probably say 3 or 5 165s, probably set at 400 centres, and obviously lots of intermediates, and then we'll put a 12mm checker plate on the top. Probably build it in 2 3 metre sections, 2 3 metre by 9 metre sections, and a separate walkway, and then just all connect it together when we come to site. Here he is himself. Alright, son. I was just saying 6 metres behind. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Is 6 metres wide enough?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
And a walkway?
And a walkway, yeah.
And a walkway. Galvanised?
Galvanised.
Yeah. So straightforward enough. When you think Foxy will get on with machines? Soon as?
Hopefully as soon as possible, yeah. It's been long enough, been 2 years already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you been getting planning?
Trying.
Yeah.
Got it rejected the first time.
Did it?
Yeah.
Is it all sorted now?
Yeah, all sorted now.
Yeah. So planning's been passed, so now we can proceed. So yeah, we'll jump on this jack. I'm trying to think when. But this is quite a straightforward job really, isn't it? So I was not hard about it. So we could run this through alongside other jobs, so maybe even let my brother do a little bit of it. There he is, the little ferret walking around field. So it's going to be a big car park. How many trucks coming, Jack, on a weekend? You put 120 in here? Yeah. How many original yard? 200. 200 trucks. There's a lot of trailers though, isn't there? So I want to make the bridge wide enough for one coming this way and one going that way, basically. So that's the job at Miller's that I mentioned last week in the video. Now I'll get it drawn, calked and steeling as Jack wants it tomorrow. Okay, so back in the office obviously, and I've been working out this bridge for Miller's as he wants it as a rush job. Now then, he said to me, Baz, if you can jump on this, right, send me a deposit for steel, I'll pay for it now, meaning today. Well, you know, I'm going to jump on it then, aren't I? You know what I mean? It's like, he won't only pay me a deposit for the steel, he'll pay me for half of the job, whatever the value of the job is. Now then, looking at it, I'm going back and forth here with Adam at Clark CAD, so a big thanks to Adam at Clark CAD. Now then, I did mention 305 165 beams whilst I was on site then, which I was thinking of a 46 weight beam, but it calcs at 54 kilograms per metre. Now if you don't know what that is, a 305 165 54 is 54 kilograms per metre on that section of beam. So with 17 beams all in line next to each other, all connected one way or another, at each end we'll have a pad, or basically like a, I don't know, 300 by 15mm flat bar welded to each end of the beams, yeah? On the end of them beams, then I'll have an angle iron sticking out of the end of the beams that will fasten down to the concrete pad. Now then, these concrete pads will have to be perfectly level at both sides. That's down to Foxes. Now then, with 100 ton sat on them beams at one time, which will never happen, but we've got to calc it to if case that happens, with a 10mm thick checker plate on, so that 12mm on the plane, so that takes a little bit of deflection out of it, just that alone. We're going to get around 15mm of deflection in the centre, so 15mm is like how much it's going to bore. Them beams will bore 15mm within the centre. Now then, obviously it's going to come back from that, yeah? So you're going to get a little bit of deflection putting 100 ton on it. If you're driving 40 ton trucks on it, on and off every day, not an issue at all. But if you were to get 2 rotators on it, I'm not sure how much a rotator weighs now, might be up to that weight. I think rotators might weigh 40, 50 ton, I'm not sure. But anyway, I've calculated 100 ton, so we're going over the top. Plus we've got the barrier at each side, that'll beef it up a little bit. And then the walkway next to it, that'll only be a metre, and we could probably use handrail standards or key clamp handrails as just a handrail walking down that little walkway. So I think it's quite a straightforward job. It'll run through the workshop pretty fast. I'll do it in 2 3-metre sections that we'll be able to connect together on site, galvanise, and then we'll land it in 1, 2, 3, and then we'll fit the handrails and stuff. So like I say, easy, quick, through the workshop job for us this, so I will slip it in for Jack. He's one of my mates, don't get me wrong. So with that being, it's looking like it's going to weigh around 15 ton at this moment in time, and then a little bit on top for galvanising. So galvanising is quite expensive at the minute. I think galvanising is about 80p per kilo at this moment in time. I'll have to do a bit of shopping around because these will be a couple of big lumps and in, out the bath, yeah? So that's straightforward enough. We're going to get on with that. But the first thing I want to do is send the calcs and the drawings to the council. Once the council get the calcs and the drawings and they're happy with what we've done, then we'll proceed and order the material. Right, let's go and take a look at what the lads have been up to on the feed hopper, because I am actually going to jump on that with him now to push it forward as Callum's on site doing the shredder. I need that feed hopper out of here as we've got a wagon coming in from DNT anytime tomorrow to have 450mm greedy boards, front, side and back. Not sure how I'm going to do the back yet with the tailgate, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. In fact, we might do that as a midweek episode.
Day number 3 on this job. As you can see, we've got all the back plates in now. Everything's back in position where it wants to be. We had to put a join here, but that's alright. They've been fully prepped back. I've put the route in yesterday, and I've also put the runs across the back side of this plate. Pretty much not really any gaps as such, no major gaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a few runs in that corner. Same on the other end. Probably one big one across the top. And then as you've seen, when I'm cutting all the plates off, I'm going to replace that plate over the top of them holes there that are in the centre with what we've got left of that piece, which is about just the right size, which is perfect. So it's not been the most enjoyable job, I'll be honest, because of these. Trying to lie on them, it makes it for a long day, trust me. But we've got it done. I had quite a few messages on Instagram last night saying, "Oh, we never do these plates with the drumming," but it is doable. It's just a little bit more awkward. So I'm going to crack on. Right, so that's all that welded now. I was going to put some extra support plates in there, as I mentioned when Baz were here, but I decided not to. The customer wasn't too bothered, as that's how it comes from factory. So all the inside's welded up, and we've just got a few more bits on the other side to do. If you look on that one there, director, with the tooth holder missing, Wayne's got a few of these spare, so we're gonna weld them on while we're here, and then we're gonna wrap up and get ourselves back to the workshop. But once I get back to the workshop, there is a lot of aluminium welding to do on a big truck. I'm not too sure what it is, but we'll get that boxed off.
Right, so the material's in. They've just cut the back plate. That needs a bit of fettling to go in this back end, and then these will be cut down for each side of that feed hopper. We are going to do the full skin, but we are going to go up and up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test the lads just to see what the marking out skills are like on these plates, because they are oddball shapes, and they might not look oddball shapes to you, but they're oddball angles. All right, it angles both ways and that way. You're looking, it angles both ways and that way, so there's nothing square about it basically. Right, Dano,
Yo,
what you got going on today?
audit day today.
Audit day.
EN 1090. Yeah, that's our UKCA marking.
Oh, we've actually sorted the quarantine area out. So
Yeah.
this is just for things that need repairing, basically.
The Maxwell stands could do with being moved. They don't need repairing at the minute, so David will put them on there.
We've got a wire, we've got a 1mm and 1.2mm wire, pallet of each, and we've got the plasma. Mike's coming in today, tell you about the plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them lads coming in for website building as well. We're having a website built.
yeah.
Yeah, and like an online shop, but we'll go into that another day.
See, we don't need a website. YouTube and Instagram is our website. Do you know what I mean? Right, so Mike's coming in. We're going to do a bit of work with Mike. I want to put a sign up for Mike because he's helped us out so much, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to put a tech chair sign up where them ladders are. Just to give him a little bit of promotion from our channel, because he's been so good to us over the past 12 months. Do you know it's nearly been 12 months since we've had that plasma? That's soon gone, hasn't it?
Good, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it has a bit.
But anyway, I'm going to bang my overalls on and I'm going to give these lads a lift, getting that boxed off and out the way before this wagon comes from DNT. Also, I've just found out the podcast, the Talking Shop podcast, is coming out on the 23rd, which is this Wednesday coming, if you're watching it, on the Saturday. 23rd of July 2025, which is a Wednesday. So yeah, we go a little bit into my life, and maybe I should have said a few things, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. Let's wait for it to come out and see. But Wednesday, that will be out, the 23rd. Right, so I'd say we've got plenty for a chapter there, especially with Callum working on site on the shredder. So a massive thanks for watching. Hit that notification bell just to check out some more episodes that may just pop out midweek. Cheers, thanks for watching. My little brother, my big brother. We'll see you on the next one.